buttercup. You're a Barbie doll. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till I get enough.
Ever wake up and just feel completely drained? Like no matter how many hours you logged, you're just out of it.
Yeah, I know that feeling. And, a lot of people have been asking about blood sugar and how it impacts sleep.
Totally. They're curious, like what's going on behind the scenes while we're snoozing.
Right. Like, are these two connected or is it just a coincidence?
Well, we're diving deep into this today.
Awesome.
This awesome article from Stello by Dexcom called What Happens to Blood Sugar Levels During Sleep? Honestly, it's pretty fascinating stuff.
It really is.
Okay, so first, let's just quickly recap. We're talking about glucose.
Right. The body's main energy source.
Exactly. And then there's insulin, that super important hormone that helps glucose, get to where it needs to go in the body.
Yep, the delivery system.
And get this, these two are hard at work even when we're sound asleep.
I know. It's wild. I mean, think about it. Insulin is always on the clock, constantly regulating our blood sugar.
Always. Nonstop. It doesn't get a break. Even when we do, I always imagine insulin like, the bouncer at a busy nightclub.
I love that analogy.
Right. It's controlling the flow, making sure only the right amount of glucose gets into the cells to keep the party going, keeping everything running smoothly.
So true. And it's all about balance, right? If things get too rowdy, aka glucose levels spike, it can lead to some serious disruptions in our sleep.
Oh, absolutely. There's a clear connection there. It's like a two-way street. Sleep affects our blood sugar, and blood sugar affects our sleep.
Exactly. And there's actual research backing this up. Studies have shown that high glucose levels, particularly before bed, can lead to poorer sleep quality.
Which makes total sense. I mean, if your cells are working overtime trying to deal with all that extra glucose, it's going to throw things off. Yeah. Have you ever noticed feeling super tired after like a day of indulging in sugary treats?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
It's like a sugar crash, but for sleep.
Totally.
Okay, so speaking of feeling tired, have you heard of this thing called the dawn phenomenon?
Oh, yeah, it's a fascinating process. So picture this. It's the middle of the night, somewhere between 3 a.m. and 8 a.m. Your liver decides it's time to start releasing glucose.
What? Why? Like we're sleeping. Why is the body doing this?
Well, it's like our body's way of preparing us to wake up, like a built-in alarm clock, but instead of a jarring sound, it's a surge of energy.
Whoa, that is so cool. Like even before we're conscious, our body's already prepping for the day ahead. But hold on, wouldn't our body already have enough energy stored from dinner? Why this extra glucose boost?
That's a great question, and honestly, I've wondered that myself. It seems like our brains, they're kind of energy hogs, they need a consistent supply of glucose to function properly, especially during that transition from sleep to wakefulness.
Makes sense, our brains are always working, even when we're not.
Exactly. And for most people, insulin swoops in and expertly manages this glucose surge. It basically signals to our muscle, fat, and liver cells saying, hey, absorb this excess glucose. And that keeps our blood sugar levels stable and prevents us from waking up with a sugar rush.
Okay, that makes sense. But I imagine this whole dawn phenomenon thing, it probably plays out a bit differently for someone with diabetes, right?
You got it. For individuals with diabetes, this natural rise in blood sugar in the morning, it can be more pronounced. That's why it's extra crucial for them to understand this connection and work closely with their doctor to manage it effectively.
So it's all about being aware, right? Understanding how our bodies work and knowing what steps to take to keep things balanced.
Absolutely.
So basically what we've learned is that this intricate dance between glucose and insulin, it doesn't stop even while we're dreaming.
It's a 247 job.
And by understanding how this all works, we can make smarter choices that benefit both our blood sugar levels and the quality of our sleep.
That's the key takeaway here. It's all connected.
It's amazing, really.
Yeah.
So as you drift off to sleep tonight, think about this. Could tweaking your bedtime routine, maybe being mindful of your blood sugar levels before bed, actually lead to a more restful sleep and you waking up feeling more energized in the morning?
Something to consider.
It's definitely food for thought and sweet dreams.
Sound the alarm. I'm coming up. We'll have a ball. I'm sweet like a buttercup. You're a Barbie doll. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till I get enough.